A dynamic equilibrium is a chemical equilibrium between a forward reaction and the reverse reaction, where the rate of the reactions are equal. A bicycle pump is an example of a dynamic equilibrium, because when you push down the pump handle, the air is taken in through a small hole. Then the air is compressed into the tire and a small filter so that the air does not go back into the pump. Therefore, the same amount of air that it sucks in is released into the bicycle tires. Another example of equilibrium is zero population growth. This happens when the death rate and the birth rate are equal. So therefore, every one person who dies, a person is born. It is expected that in the year 2030, this will happen in China because of China's family planning policy, which encourages late marriages and late childbearing. As you see in the video, the girl riding the bike died due to the brain damage, while a baby was born across town in China. The water cycle is another example of dynamic equilibrium. Although individual water molecules can come and go in and out of the atmosphere, the water on Earth remains constant over time, causing there to be a constant circulation of water between atmosphere, land, and sea by evaporation, precipitation, and percolation through soils and rocks. When it rains, rising air currents take the water as vapor up into the atmosphere. The cooler temperatures in the atmosphere cause it to condense into clouds, which float around until they fall from the sky as precipitation. The last example of equilibrium is a water fountain. All outdoor water fountains have a reservoir from which they draw their water and to which the water returns, creating a closed circuit. The power to move the water is supplied by a pump. The pump is usually submerged in the water reservoir. A spinning impeller in the pump draws water in and is spinning at such a speed that the water is forced out of the pump by a centrifugal force. The water force from the pump is delivered to the fountain head, where it is sprayed into the air through a fine nozzle, or where it is allowed to flow down the outside of the structure of the fountain. The water that is sprayed into the air will fall back onto the fountain and drain back into the reservoir.